Everyone, hope everything is going well. I'm going to be doing as many videos as I can, time permitting, and I wanted to look more closely into the financial markets compared to the last few years because things are going to get insane. Okay. I'm not saying this out of hyperbole. I'm not saying this to get the most clicks. I'm just saying this because I've observed what's going on in the financial markets. Yes, the markets probably will have a blow off top in the coming months or even month ahead. But even if we have that blow off top, I expect a lot of craziness to go on, a lot of volatility. And this is getting me really interested. I have a sports card channel. I'd rather do this. And this channel is not monetized compared to my sports card channel. So I'm telling you, I'm very interested in what goes on here. Okay. So I'm looking at the Japanese yen. This is the most important currency to look at. Anyone that's trading or even trying to figure out what's going on long term, right now, the markets, as I mentioned in the previous video, they're going in line with the Japanese yen. And if the yen weakens, you have to remember when the yen weakens, you see this thing going up. And this is as of 8/5, like what was that, Monday? At about 1:15 Eastern, it looks like. It seemed like the yen bottomed out around there. Look at the 10-year yield. I'm going to do a correlation test once I have the time. Right now I don't have the time to like put in Excel and all of that. But anyways, now the yield, it's not going hand in hand, but you could say it's going in a similar direction. So from like 8/5, it's what? 3 point like six, around 3.69 to 3.98 till right now. You see the bond yields went up, meaning that the bonds sold off. And you notice a pattern here where the yen weakened and everything went up, where you had all this volatility. And I spoke to someone in a treasury department, and what they said was this move in the Japanese yen is crazy. Like this person in a treasury department, he told me that there's basically, he implied there's a lot of margin calls and there's a lot of bank activity moving on. And it's hectic at a lot of prop firms, trading firms, hedge funds, and brokerages, the whole nine yards. Especially someone dealing with Japanese yen. Oh my God. There's essentially a lot of people that gamble with the Japanese yen. They borrow in low interest rate currency and speculate in high interest rate currency like the US dollar. And when they can no longer do that because of various reasons, whether or not the Japanese want to hike interest rates, oh, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. And we're seeing that right now. Now, today in the stock market, you could just look at the SPY. You can see it's up 2%, but what, that's like 1,200 points? Not 1,200 points, like 120 points. That's nuts, man, for a day move. And then yesterday, it was it got to 531 and went to 517 and went down like 440 points. Like these are moves where you see right now in a volatile situation where people are going to make, like, people that trade options and are good at it, they're making a killing. Now, some people are getting smoked if they sell options. Like the other day, I'm pretty sure some people got wiped out. I used to sell options, so I've learned the hard way. I've made it, and I've like determined in a environment like this, like I see the markets rip a little bit, I'll buy like a put option, right? And then the market sells off, I want to sell it. That's my goal. I could get stuck with it for a little bit, but I do expect volatility to rise. So the name of the game right now, and you could even see after hours. Let's take a look at this pre-markets. Let's see what the futures market is saying. I want a different graph. I'll just go to CNBC.com. See, markets are flat right now. It's S&P futures. It's behind about 15 minutes or so. So you see the yen rally because it's down here. So it rallies. It's down 0.06. And that's why you see markets really flat on the day. And bonds right now, it rallied a little bit. It's still after hours, not too much liquidity. There's Asian liquidity out right now, but you don't have the people in New York trading or Chicago. So one thing to note, could we tell like on a day if interest rates go down and rally, would that mean that the yen would rally and then the markets would go down? Are the markets going to decouple from this yen carry trade? The time will tell, but what we do know right now, the markets are on crack. And if we see a little more volatility, I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing. It's like, yes, in the next month, I probably will stop doing this. I hope the markets actually rip a little bit so then I could buy the option at a cheaper price. Right now, I'm just trading one of these options. I have some other strategies as well, but one of them is buy the Russell when the markets rip a little bit, and then when it tanks, sell. It's like what, a $9,000 option. It's what, a 180 put, 2025 December expiration. So a long time. So there's time on my side. I thought I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna get out of that position that I put in earlier this year, but I got out on Monday, I believe. Yeah, I think it's Monday. Then I've been trading here and there. So it is what it is. Most important part right now is the Japanese yen. You got to look at this yen, the carry trade. Anyways, let me know your thoughts about this, and I'll talk to you later. Good night.